Hey ladies and gents, I'm Philip, your host today for FL Outdoors, and welcome to our third installment of the How to Fish series. Today we're talking about one of my favorite baits for fishing in the water column, swim jigs. This is just a phenomenal bait for when you're fishing in the water column, when you lose your top water bite after the day's over with, the sunrise is over with, and you start to lose your top water bite. I always switch to a swim jig. Swim jigs are great because they're completely weedless. They will get snagged on logs and down trees and stuff like that, but as far as grass, they usually do a good job of staying out of the grass. And because they have a little brush guard here, that keeps most of the grass off of the hooks and everything like that, but it still allows for the bite. When we talked in our frog video on our other video the other day, we talked about how bass are lazy and like the easy bite. One of the problems, if you'll notice with swim jigs, is it has a really long skirt, and you'll often miss hits if you do a sudden jerk as soon as the fish bites onto it, because this is the beginning of our hook and this is the end of our skirt. To remedy that, Strike King and a lot of other hook companies have come out with what's called trailer hooks. Basically, they're just another hook that you can throw on, and all we're doing right here is we're running this hook into the other hook, and it dangles just like that. So if you're fishing less than grassy areas, maybe like if you're fishing around a lot of rock and stuff like that, this would be an ideal situation to do. Another way that we can remedy the hookup ratio is just like with our frogs. We can trim the skirt just to the base of the hook there, and that'll help out with your hookups and stuff like that. Something that I like to do though, and the reason why I leave the skirts on mine, is I like to add a trailer lure. What I have here today is the Havoc little super fluke there, and all we're going to do for this is we're going to run the bait up onto the hook, and it's not like we're Texas rigging it. We're going to put it up on the hook a pretty good distance there before we start to pull the hook through. There we go, just like that. So this is our swim jig with a trailer. My hookup's not going to be as good as just using the original swim jig, but this tail on the fluke gives it a lot more vibration and throws out a lot more noise in the water. So that way, if it's on cloudy days or visibility's not that great, the vibration will help fish find your lure. They do make rattling swim jigs that you can also purchase. I just like throwing it on this way. It's quick and easy, and fish seem to love it. So we're going to get this thing in the water, see how it looks, and let you see what it looks like. Alright, so for the demonstration, since we're fishing clear water, I've switched to a black and blue Strike King swim jig with a blue and black fleck 3.5 inch craw. So that way you can see it a little bit better as opposed to a completely white lure. Swim jigs are real easy. You can fish them however you want to fish them. You can sit here and jerk and reel just like this, or you can fish it like a Texas rig and let it fish off the bottom. You can do mid-water column, top of the water column, Texas rig style at the bottom of the pond or lake. You can let it sink all the way to the bottom and fish it like a Texas rig. Or you can fish in the middle of the water column. We'll show you the middle real quick again. Or you can just reel it quickly and fish it on the top of the water. Fishing it on the top of the water is going to add more vibration, and the more vibrations you add, the better it's going to attract fish. I prefer middle of the water column or Texas rig style. Most of the time I'm going to fish this in the middle of the water column and just bump it with each reel. this kind of makes bass make that decision of, I either got to get it or I'm going to let it go. They don't have time to think about it, because as soon as they sit and think about it, it's already gone. So bass have that predatory instinct to just constantly feed. So with these baits, when you flick it past them real quick, you'll get that strike. That's the swim jig. It's completely weedless. It's not great for fishing off of trees and logs and stuff like that, but it's a fantastic lure to add to your tackle box. I'm Philip. Thanks for watching FL Outdoors today. If you like these videos, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more of these videos, leave me a comment on what you'd like to see. Follow us on Facebook and get outdoors. Series today.
Take two.
We're going out.
For real, for real. Go for it.
Welcome, ladies and